I know what you're sitting there saying. I know what you're wondering. You're like, I saw the title of the video. I know what the figure is. Why does he always open up on a blank screen? Why does he always open up on nothing there? And it is to tell you this much. I can tell you why. It's to add to the suspense. You know what's coming, but I'm not just going to give it to you. I'm not just going to deliver right on the opening second. Oh no. You got to want it. You got to wait for it. You got to entice it a little bit. But with that being said, here it is. Super 7 Ultimate Conan figure. There it is in all of its glory. And its cardboard goodness, if you will. And you might be asking yourself why all of a sudden, his interests seem to vary over a vast stream of figures. And you are correct. You are right. The Synthoid's supreme lair is full of various brands, various types of figures, various different things in general. But it just adds to the awesomeness. It just adds to the span because I cannot be contained. I cannot be satisfied with one toy brand. It's just not going to happen. So that leads us to why the Conan Ultimates figure from Super 7. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you, this is my first Super 7 Ultimates figure. Never had one before. And let me explain to you why. I went on to Super 7's website just to see what's going on. Again, I like various toys. I like to be in the know. I like to see what's coming up. And they mentioned not too long ago, Simpsons Ultimate figures coming out. And if you're like me, you will acknowledge the Simpsons suck. And I mean that in the most sincere way possible. The Simpsons nowadays, complete trash, complete garbage, should have ended many seasons ago. But as a 90s child, as somebody that grew up in the golden age of The Simpsons, they were my all-time favorite cartoon. They were my all-time favorite show. One of the best things to ever hit television in television's history. So, when I saw the Super 7 figures, when I saw what was going to be coming down the pipeline out of the Ultimates line, I thought to myself, I need to get on this bandwagon. I need this entire set. But if you're looking at the price currently that I'm probably showing on the screen, that is a very hefty price. And as somebody that has to hide his credit card statements, as somebody that has to hide his transaction history from his wife, that is not going to be a pretty picture. That is not going to be a good sight when that bill rolls in. Not only for wave 1, but for both waves. 2 series back to back. So, I thought to myself, what can I do as somebody that's never had one of these Ultimate Series figures, somebody that doesn't know what he's getting into? Do I just want to jump the gun? Do I want to put all my eggs in the Simpsons nostalgic basket? No, my friends, no. I went to my good old faithful, my favorite toy store in all the world since Toys R Us has went out of business, since KB Toys is no longer around. Again, 90s child. Big Bad Toy Store. It's the only place. It's where an adult can feel like a kid. Not sponsored, by the way. I got 2 subscribers. Who in their right mind would sponsor me? The day is coming. The day is coming. But anyway, to justify my purchase, to get me some motivation to put that pre-order down, I thought to myself, what is a good figure? What is a one that is standalone, not part of a series, not one that I'm going to feel left out if I only get one and not the other? And I was like, you know what? All signs point to Conan the Barbarian. All signs point to this figure in front of you at the moment. So, with that being said, enough foreplay, enough teasing, enough of putting off the inevitable. Let us get down to business. Let us get down and dirty. Let us free Arnold Schwarzenegger from his plastic prison. Let us free him and let him out of this cardboard coffin and see what he has to offer. See if we should be able to put down that money on those Simpson pre-orders. Let us see what the Ultimates line has to offer. Let's do it right now. upon freeing Arnie from the box, we can see he is already striking a very handsome pose, already looking very Conanish, if that's a word. I do say so myself. Of course, we can see already in his hand, he comes with such a beautiful sword. I mean, look at the detail on the sword. I'm digging the sword. Even the various faintest of lines in the sword are visible. I mean, look at the nice writing in the blade. Got that nice blood groove going on. Everything seems to be really good. Everything seems to be in order. He's got the necklace on. He's got the waving, flowing locks. I mean, he is gorgeous. I mean, even look down to the leather on the bracelets, on the gauntlets, if you will. They are just the vampresses, whatever you want to call them. They just got that detail. Looks like it's got the little piece of leather right there wrapping around, holding them on tight. Yes, got the leather belt, got the tore up pants, got the fur with the boots, with the fur, with the fur. Yeah, I mean, he's looking pretty darn awesome, looking pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. So far, first impressions out of the box, I am digging the Super 7 Ultimates figures. Now, let us remove the sword. Let us get him down to bare bones, not in this awesome action pose. Let's take a look at the articulation and see what we can expect. I mean, you're kind of getting a preview here with the awesome pose, but let's see what we can actually do with him. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so here he is standing all alone. Here he is standing in all of his lonesome, no accessories, no hands, just good old Arnie as Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian, right here. So like I said earlier, you get the nice flowing locks on the head that comes on him. So let's take a look at the head articulation. You got a little bit up, a little bit down, okay? Nothing too extreme, of course, got that ball joint head right there. Gotta love the ball joints. So here we got these nice kind of little bit of a butterfly action going on with the shoulder. Definitely got the upper bicep swivel. Definitely, not a double jointed elbow, but hey, can't get it all. I mean, definitely got the wrist. Whoop, there we go. Can go up, can go down. Definitely swivels around. So we got good articulation up here. We got the ab crunch, which Arnie cannot seem to go down too far, but he can go back a fairly decent amount. And obviously the left arm is going to be the same as the right arm would be. So we got that articulation going. Moving on down. After the ab crunch, we do have waist. It's just a nice back and forth swivel. We got the legs here, right? We got that opening here. Can go back and forth. All right. And one thing I saw that when I was playing with him, you see it looks like you just have the knee that bends, right, like that. But look at this. Look at this action. The knee actually swivels a little bit. Not a lot. I wouldn't want to go any further than that because of the knee actually protruding out here. But it does have a little bit of a wiggle room. It does have a little bit that you can do. And of course, it does have some ankle pivot action to get him in some really wide stances, really dynamic poses. I'm digging the Super 7 Ultimates pretty much. Living up to the name, in my opinion, so far. This is pretty ultimate, in my opinion. Ultimate, if I should say so myself. So we'll lay Arnie down over here. We'll leave him out of the way. So you might be asking yourself, okay, that's all fine and good. We see Arnold. We see the articulation. We see what he's about. What does he come with? Well, you got a preview earlier. We saw the sword. The sword is very straight coming out of the box. I do like to mention that because it just drives me nutty when you get something like the Wolfman figure. I was impressed with the straightness of the cane. You want to see the nice swords. You want to see the canes. You want to see the things that are meant to be straight. You don't want to see them all tore up. You don't want to see them, all funky and cattywampus and all over the place, right? So other than the sword, you get a couple hands. I actually changed out this hand for the dynamic pose earlier. He comes with two gripping hands. Here's the other gripping hand for the left hand, if you will. Here it is, the gripping left hand. So you get two gripping hands and you get two wide open hands. Here's the other wide open hand for the right hand. Okay, so you get a little bit of variety there. You get a little bit of maneuverability in your poses and stuff. And then you get a second necklace. You saw the one on the Arnie figure as it is. Here's the second one. You get another one. Got that nice little rune on there, right? Yep. So you get another necklace to put on him. And then, of course, the piece de resistance, you get another head. You get a second Arnie head. You get the one with the headband. You see the headband there? Look, it's beautiful. It's awesome. It doesn't have the flowing locks like he has on the original head on the figure, but hey, sometimes you need to let your hair down. You can't have it up all the time, right? And here we see Arnie with his hair down. So that is everything that is included with the Conan figure. Again, a little bit more salty, a little bit more expensive than I would like. I believe I got this one off a Big Bad Toy Store for around $50. I believe so. I mean, the Ultimate figures, not cheap. Not cheap. Not in the world that we live in. Inflation has hit the toy market. We all know it. But would this figure be worth the $50? More importantly, you all know the next question I'm going to ask. Is this figure worthy of a particular prize? Is this figure worthy of a certain seal of approval? Is this figure worth what? Oh, no, please. Yes, please come into the frame. Yes. Mr. Golden Synthoid, would you put your seal of approval? Would you be willing to say that you are representative of this Super 7 Conan Ultimates figure? I do believe I would. Oh, wow. You've heard it from the horse's mouth itself, ladies and gentlemen. The Conan Super 7 Ultimates figure gets the Golden Synthoid Award. The Golden Synthoid seal of approval right here, live in person in the Synthoid lair. Ladies and gentlemen, another monumentous occasion. In all sincerity, this is a pretty good figure. I do like it. I can see having fun with this. I can see posing him. I can see making some dioramas, some really good like castle-looking stuff, some really good cave and barbarian-looking diorama stuff, and just throwing Conan in there with that awesome sword and just being like, yeah, you know what? I did that. That looks like a movie poster. That is what I'm going to be going for. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope this gave you some information. I hope this swayed you if you were like me on the fence of the Ultimate Super 7 figures. Again, not cheap. Not trying to disparage you from the price. Not trying to cover it up. Putting it all out there on blast. But if you got the money, if you got the cash to spend, to burn, why not burn it on an Ultimate Super 7? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye. Oh, thank God the cat did not get crushed. I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in. The cat just knocked over a big box of tools in the background. Not fast enough to save him. Not quick enough to get over to him. Thank God he is faster than I am. Can we get a couple likes for the cat not being crushed by a box of tools? Can we at least get a couple likes for the cat to being okay? Okay? Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you guys later.